Hello? Good morning.
You are real low.
How about now? Hi. Can you guys hear me? Please say yes. My voice. Sorry. Hey, good morning. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but I hope you can. Hi, you guys. Welcome to another edition of I.Am.She Podcast. I am your girl, BlackRoses. We're waiting on KAYDE to get herself together. I just want to start today off by sending a happy birthday shout out to KAYDE. My girl hit her 40s, and she looks amazing as always. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for her to get on because I want to hear about her day. Also, I want to give another special happy birthday shout out. Today is my mom's birthday. So, happy birthday to my mom. All you Geminis, I can't take y'all.
It is. I get it now.
I can't take
Katie,
y'all.
I get it now.
What
That's
you
where
get?
the Gemini
Hate
friction
come
comes from. Oh, okay.
Yep,
I
it
get
does.
it.
It does. And it
She been
does.
holding that one in for a minute, too.
And it does. It's
Mm.
my mom's birthday today. She is 56 years young. When we get off of here, I guess I'm gonna go hang out with her for the day and see what she wanna do.
So you
But
just can't take the Gemini. That's
I just
all.
can't.
That's if you just say that, I think a weight will be
I
lifted.
already told y'all that. I can't take y'all. Y'all got 20 different people living in your head, and I can't take it.
Oh, But you contribute to 10 of them.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That is your own madness, and I will
That's
not have
you
any parts of
contribute
that.
to at least 10 of them. I'm just
No, I do not.
it makes so much sense. Okay, now
No,
I
it
get
does
it.
not. No, it does not.
Okay.
Don't do that.
So you
Y'all
feel
know.
triggered by Gemini. Okay.
Okay. Y'all
Okay.
definitely trigger me. Oh my god, y'all definitely trigger me. And it's like everywhere I go, it's a Gemini. Somewhere. Just Gemini. Oh
I'm
god.
telling you, like Tupac, um,
Oh my god.
Kanye,
Y'all just be
Patti
Gemini.
LaBelle,
Mm.
me. I get
Yeah,
it.
KD.
It is so prevalent now. You can't take the light. Put your shades on. Put your shades on.
Y'all just be you can put my shades on.
I think it's your earphones because it's muffling you.
Hold on, let me take it out. Let me take it
She just can't take the sunshine. That's I get it. Sometimes it's a little too bright for you. I get it.
No, it's just too much. Y'all just do too much. It's just y'all do
I get
entirely
it
too
now.
much. Y'all just be having too much going on. Too many people living in your head. Too many people telling
And
y'all
you
what to do.
can't and you can't take either one of
I
those
can't.
people.
I can't. You know what? I can't. I can't
All
take none
but
of the people y'all deal with. I can't
what's
take
your
none of the
what's
people
your
y'all.
sign again?
I'm a Cancer.
Okay, so I need for you to bring your tissues at all times
I am not a
because it may
crybaby.
be you not a crybaby.
I am not, and I am not.
Wow.
I
See,
am not.
it's the denial of the
It's no denial.
sensitivity
I am not a
of a cancer
crybaby.
for me. All cancers feel like it's always from the outside. No, them tears come from the inside.
No, no, they
Nobody
don't.
put the tears in your eyes.
I am not a crybaby. I have my moments where I get angry, but crying is something I don't do.
Um,
Or maybe
well,
not. Maybe it is. But I ain't no crybaby though. I am emotional.
me
I
and my
am.
friend, we call cancers mother and father tear.
Not mother and father tears. Why you say that?
Because I don't care if it's the man, the women cancers are more like they're really sensitive and can cry at the drop of a dime, but it's a little bit more heat behind it.
Yeah, I be
The
angry.
the men, like you could be talking about the weather and a tear will just proceed slowly. It's so dramatic for the men cancers down their tear, down their cheek. Y'all just I told you my mother is a cancer, so that may be what you and I are triggered by with each other.
Oh, okay, that explains it.
That may be our triggers
Those
with
might be
each
the
other.
triggers. It's our mamas.
It's such a sense. My mother could cry at the drop of a dime, and
All
she's
it takes.
light skinned, so she get red in the face. Oh, and she ready to fight. And I think that's for me.
Hmm.
If you make me cry, we about to fight.
We about
And
to
that's
fight.
where I inherited that from. Like my
Hmm.
mother is I've definitely seen my mother pull a knife out, a gun out. Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, Mama was a gangster.
She was. She grew up in Sandtown. She had to be. She the oldest of 11 children.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Hey, Miss
Oh,
Face Beat.
Good
Faces
morning.
beat for the gods.
she got
Good
a date.
morning.
She got a
A
date with
date
her
with who?
man.
I
Or her
got that
man.
date with who? With my husband?
Yup, that like you ain't got a husband.
Well, first of all, I need you to not to say it like that because like
Right. Like, girl, you ain't got no man. What
right.
happened? Look, girl, what happened between last week and
Right.
this week?
Right. Because our assumption,
No.
KD, I just discovered BlackRoses issues
What?
and where they stem from.
Well, where did I miss it at?
Oh my! Like she has an issue with Gemini's. Like we trigger her tears.
No,
How do
y'all
I
don't. Not
trigger
the tears.
anything?
Y'all trigger my anger. my anger.
Well, your anger is still displayed in your tears. I said there's a little
Absolutely
heat
not.
behind it.
Why you
And
angry
then
with us?
her and I beef because I was raised by Cancer and she was raised by Gemini.
And I don't like you Geminis.
See?
I don't
If
feel
I
like we
told her
ever had
just
a
bring a
problem.
tissue box with her. Just bring it
Huh?
with her.
What you say, KD?
I said I don't think we ever had a problem.
Me and her never had a problem, but it just be some heat there sometimes. It be a
It do be
little.
some heat there. It do be a little heat there. I be like, oh, I'm
She
ready
be
to choke
having
her.
heat with you, KD, but
I be ready
Cancers
to
will
choke
never
y'all.
admit when they have heat because they know it's their own doing.
It is not. It is not. It is not.
Call it for what
It's
it
their
is. Call
own
it for what it
doing.
is.
I'm just saying. I
Mm-mm. When's your
think the
mom's
West.
birthday?
My mother's birthday is July the 16th.
Oh my God, her birthday the day before mine.
I told you. I live like.
Your mother's birthday the day before mine. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
See,
That's
that makes so much sense.
Your mother's birthday the day before mine. Mine
So
is July
I
17th.
know it's fever. I know you give fever.
I give,
Ooh.
oh, you want spice? I got you.
That's why
And
your
then
son is so quiet. Now I
I say this
understand why
all the
you say
time
he's
to my
so
friend. I
quiet.
say, you want to go
right.
low? I'm going to hell. What's
See,
up?
ooh,
You go low, I
ooh,
go to hell.
ooh. We gonna have to do like a big community circle
I'm ready to fight.
prayer if and when your son has a child, because I don't want him to pass that gene on. We got to make sure it's not. Tell him, when he's ready to plan for it, make sure it's not around cancer season because it's not.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh, I know them household arguments was fire
Honey, every day. Every day.
every day. That's how y'all communicate, by yelling. That's how y'all
I don't
communicate.
yell. Oh my God, why do people think
Yelling,
I don't yell?
yelling is
What she
Black
do?
Rose's
You
love
laugh.
language.
You pretty loud. You
Oh
get
my
pretty
God.
loud.
And y'all love turns into control. Like y'all so helpful and open and giving,
And
but
so
at the
caring.
end of that love, it's gonna be a chokehold. Like you're not going nowhere.
When you say you going, you need to be back here at 10 o'clock.
Oh, and you probably ain't even let that baby live on his own. Like it probably was so hard for him to leave that house.
Who,
Oh, it
Karan?
was so
Oh,
hard.
Yes, it
absolutely not.
was.
Karan had a free life.
Yes, it
Oh,
was.
you
Karan
probably
Yes, it was.
in
always
your
You
mind.
fine. I'm about to pull your card
how?
See?
because when your son first went to school, where you said you was moving, where your son went to school, California, where you said you was moving, right when your son was going to school.
Mm.
Texas.
No, you didn't. You said
Texas.
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 And she probably
I,
didn't even tell him she was moving to. She wanted to move to. She was just gonna show up
Texas.
one day.
No, Texas.
You didn't say Texas at first. At first, you said
That's but Katie.
Texas.
That's what she told him. I'm moving to Texas. She was gonna live right across the street from his dorm. That's crazy. That's
Absolutely
crazy.
not. Listen, that's why he don't want to live with me now. He live with my mother. And he'd be like, ma, I'm good. I'd be like, you could come stay with me. He like, no, I'm okay.
Oh my
He's like,
god.
no, I'm okay. You fine. He'd be
Because
like,
y'all
at
don't
a
know the
distance.
fever. Kate, I swear the rest of the run of this show is gonna be so smooth now because I've, like your son, have mastered the relationship with a cancer.
you figured it out.
Yeah, you just had when
And
you
he a
call
Scorpio. That's
when
crazy. It's two more that's
when
right.
he call you is a lot of yeah, oh okay, oh
All right,
okay,
ma. It'd be
all
like, all
right.
right, ma. That's enough of that. All right, ma. All right,
So
I'll talk to you
this
later.
proves if you're a true cancer. When you say okay and he hangs up because that's what normal people do when they hear okay. What is your next step?
Nothing. I hang up. Okay.
No, he's already hung up on you because you said okay 5 times in a row, and that was his cue to hang up the phone. But what do you do next?
I don't do nothing.
So you don't call him back and say, "Don't hang up no phone on me"?
No, it on special circumstances. Special circumstances.
I need for you to, but like I said, once you admit it, it's a weight off your shoulders. It's okay.
Oh, good. No, let's not make this about me. It's KD birthday weekend. What you doing, KD?
Don't change the subject. I was listening. I was writing notes.
Exactly.
KD, it's your birthday weekend.
He's like, you know what? That
plan?
happened to me.
I know your mother don't do that. She just don't do that. It's just not in her spirit.
No. No,
your mother cancer too?
No, my mother not no cancer. No, my mother was born January 29th. She not a cancer.
Oh, I was about to say this
she
too much.
Controlling though. She controlling like hell.
Your mother is not controlling.
Is that a Capricorn?
She an Aquarius.
Okay. Okay.
Her and my daughter are the same.
Oh, okay.
What's I don't know. Somebody talking about Aquarius. See, I don't know too much.
I don't really know too much about Aquarius. They just
only
I know all the signs.
Oh, I mean, because I took the pandemic to learn some stuff. I'm about to show y'all. But Aquarius is for me they are business oriented, but the networking like type of business. They like meeting new people. They like socializing and mingling. Too much for me.
Too much. That's what I was saying. Too much. My mother will make friends with any and everybody. She be all up and down the block in people's houses.
But Aquarius, that's water. They go where the tide take them.
Every time she go to the store, I met this lady. Why you meet people in the store? I go in the store, I come in, I get out. You met somebody from Jamaica, Haiti, China.
Yep. You didn't even see all them people in the store. You didn't even see all them people in the store.
At all.
Not China, bitch. Not China.
Venezuela, like you done met 15 people, and then you
got all their phone numbers,
and then playing play dates with my kids. Like what?
Yeah. Yeah, they are good binders because they connect everybody. Like that's water, so they connect everybody.
She did. That's her. That is definitely, you have described my mother to a T, so I'm gonna believe you.
Oh my goodness!
Tamika said, "I definitely
great ones and the worst ones, and I love definitely sometimes turn into control or borderline manipulation. And when it's not reciprocated, they what? they go for. Listen, that's one thing about a Cancer. If we give you our love and our time and you don't reciprocate that shit, you have clicked on that switch of crazy.
But what if it ain't? What if they don't want? What if they ain't ready for the next?
It don't matter what you're ready for. I gave it to you.
That's what. See the control. See the control.
You gotta give it back.
That's what I was getting ready to say. You just proved it. You just
see the control.
Just said.
See the control.
If I gave it to you, you gotta give it back. What you mean?
And guess what? And I noticed this with a woman Gemini. See, at that point, that's where the tears start. That's where the tears, because they are always in a state of frustration. That's where the tears start.
We're always in a state of, why didn't you do what I did for you? Why didn't you do that for me?
Because you didn't put that in the contract. You didn't say this was give and take.
Reciprocity should always.
But see, for Cancers, it's not reciprocity. It's because I did this for you. Right. Now you need to do this for me. That's not a contract. That's not an agreement. That's control. Why would you do it? Why would you do it only if you and not only do they want you to give it to them, they want it equal down to the penny.
Down to the penny.
KD, none of that is written in a contract.
It is.
None of it.
It ain't.
You just didn't read the fine print. That's not my fault.
See, I guess it's an invisible ink. It reappears when your tears.
You read the fine print. That's not my fault.
Yeah. So you got to cry over the contract so I can see those words because they appear because of your tears. See?
I'm gonna show you when I cry how this about to show up on this contract where it said you have to do what I do for you.
And let me tell you how bad it was in my life. I grew up with 2 Cancers in the house. My great grandmother and my mother. My great grandmother would just watch TV and cry. Just cry. Everything made her cry on the TV, from the stories, Victor
That's how I be
Newman, the
with TikToks. I
Chancellor.
just be watching TikToks and just be crying for no
She
reason.
would cry when people won on The Price is Right. She would cry when they
Yeah.
lost. Just a
Yeah.
mm.
Because why would they
Thank,
lose?
thank you,
And they won. I
Tamika.
love that for them. Oh, so you're giving face and hair, honey. Happy birthday. You look beautiful. She
She
do
got a
look good,
date.
girl. Who did your makeup, girl?
I did my own. I ain't paying
You
nobody.
better do your own makeup, girl. You look good, girl. You could be a makeup artist.
No,
You could
I
be
got
a
a couple
makeup
things
artist.
planned today. So
Oh, what you doing?
So today I'm going to it's a water park not too far from here. I'm going to the water park, but
Girls, you in a hotel room?
Yeah.
Oh, I hope y'all using
First of all, why you? Why would you put her out there?
Why would you in a hotel room?
What if she was with? What if she was with the sneaky link and you just blasted?
She ain't got no
I
sneaky
know.
link.
How
She
many
ain't
times
stupid
you
enough to
been
get
on
her
the
head
show?
knocked between the
But
wash
how
and
many
dryer
times
on her
have you
birthday.
been on the show in the hotel room and ain't nobody questioned you?
Not
You just
ever.
said, oh,
Not
okay.
ever. Don't play with me. Not ever.
You
Don't
just
play
said,
with me.
oh, okay. You want us to roll back the tapes because I can point out every time you was setting
I
up
ain't
in
never
the
been in no
hotel
hotel
room.
Well, see,
room.
that's another trait. They have selective memory also.
I ain't never been in no hotel room on this show. Stop lying. That's a lie.
Don't make me run back the clips. I know
Run
every
it.
time you've been in the
Run it.
hotel.
Run it.
That's it, and that, but see, KD, she kind of telling the truth. That's why she never comes on the show when she is on vacation. See, now I can't do the show. I don't have time. I don't have time to do the show. Okay, she don't want us to hear that deep voice in the background.
Oh my God, I'm crying. Oh my God.
They sure want us to get a glimpse. You know the camera got to
Exactly.
stretch a little wide. She
Right.
want us to get a glimpse of what's going on in that background.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Remember that show, KD, where she forgot she was still on and she just started taking her clothes off? See, that's one of them examples. Mm-hmm. She forgot she was even on the camera.
Girl, what did you doing for your birthday? You going to a water park and what else?
Who was coming to your house that day? Because you got naked real quick.
Yes. She didn't even turn the camera
I
off.
was changing my clothes to leave out the house.
On her way too.
Girl, what did you do for your birthday?
You jumped straight from the show to the shower.
From the show to the shower.
Even it happened before.
Show, shower to the sheet.
Even it might have happened before. She
In
jumped
that
straight
order.
from the show to
In that order.
the shower.
In that order. In that order.
Show, it probably was old. It was probably old Theater Bay.
He got kicked to the curb. I told you that.
Oh, he was too sensitive for you. They don't like him.
No,
sensitive.
he was just too. He was too indecisive. You know, 1 foot in 1 minute he in, the next minute he out. I ain't got time for that. Either you in or you out.
You scare him. You can't be scared. Look at all that. Look at all that aggression.
I do.
And
not
then why he can't take his time and make other decisions? Why he can't take his time? Why it gotta be on your time?
I ain't saying it was on my time. I never said it was
out.
on my time.
You in or out,
but he just couldn't. No. I'm not saying he was on my time. All I'm saying was he didn't know what he wanted, and I don't have time for that. I don't have time for indecisiveness.
You young, play the field. You got other options.
I'm not young.
He told you what his love language was, didn't he? That's why she don't want him no more.
You know what? I ain't even tripping on the love language because I realized my love language is food. My love language is food. If you can cook for me or give me a good meal, I'm happy.
He was eating healthy, wasn't he?
Oh no, he wasn't eating no damn healthy. He eat about 4 cheesesteaks a day.
They say he wasn't eating the right foods for her.
He ate about 4 or 5 cheesesteaks a day at a chicken box. He would eat all kinds of shit.
Oh God.
Healthy wasn't it. Healthy wasn't the word.
It wasn't the word for you. I get it.
Actually, I already went somewhere yesterday. We went to this really nice, it was a Polynesian show. I'm sorry, I don't want to say Hawaiian show. It was a really nice Polynesian show and dinner. It was like a show and dinner. They had some real unique foods. The alcohol was amazing. The drinks were amazing, but the show was really good. And then the interaction, like they actually had the audience getting up doing things. I got up. The only thing that was funny.
What was you shaking?
Huh?
What was you shaking?
I don't know, whatever they told me to shake. They said shake coconuts to the right and pineapples to the left. So I just made it work until they said drop to your knees. I don't have Meg to stay on your knees, so I had to sit down.
Oh, we gotta get them knees together.
You too young for your
But
knees to be buckling.
the funniest part of the night was the beginning. At the beginning, they went around because they went around. Well, first of all, let me just start by saying it wasn't a lot of. It wasn't as many black people as it was like white people. So let's just start there before I get into the story. So it's not that many black people as it was white people.
Well, you
So
are
the
in
first thing they
Florida,
did. So the first thing they did was they went around the room and asked, is there any birthday celebrations? Is there any anniversary celebrations? And so, you know, when I got some, it was like, yeah, it's a birthday. And I stood up and I said, it's my birthday. So I had like by then, I had like 3 cups in front of me. I was like my 3rd drink in. And people started walking by me talking about,
it must have been juice.
How old are you? No, it was really good. They had a really good rum punch. That rum punch was good. So the people
must have got done.
You see, I got this big bottle of water.
Baby number 5 loaded.
My hydration.
She always get pregnant around her birthday.
No, actually, no, because last week I went and got my new IUD. I wasn't playing no games. But anyway.
Girl, you know babies are being born with them things in their hand now. Here you go,
really.
my gift.
I have been successful for the last 5 years. I'm good. But the people kept walking by me, like, especially the older ladies. There was a lot of golden girls there. And they kept walking by me, asking me, how old are you? Because they seen all the drinks in front of me. So I'm like, I'm 40. And that's the first thing. And then it just really got, so, you know, the golden girls, they talking to everybody. So it got around the whole entire room. And everybody's walking up to me like, turn around. You 40? I can't believe you're 40. I said, David, I want to say so bad. Let me get up on the mic and just say it one time.
Black don't crack.
Crack.
Black don't crack unless you're doing it.
Let me get up on the mic one time.
And you still got a little wiggle room.
I feel like
still got a little wiggle room depending on how bad you're doing the crack. Depending on how bad you using the crack and how long you've been doing it, you still got a little bit of wiggle room.
If you to the meth stages, you ain't got no.
Ashley said they are really nice. I went for my B-Day last year. You did, girl.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's really, really nice. Some nice looking Hawaiian. I found one nice looking Hawaiian man. I told my husband, I said, yeah, I'm going to take him.
We had
that's right in the hotel room, BlackRoses. To that hotel room she in.
We've been married for too long. We've been married for 15 years. Now it's time for me to, try new things.
Oh, that's why they're in that hotel room.
Try new things. What new things is she trying?
She just told you. She bringing a Hawaiian man.
It was a really nice, tall Hawaiian guy. He was like, had just the right build.
Please don't talk like this man not on his way or already in that bed. Let me turn that camera around.
Right. Y'all done did y'all a little freaky couple. Y'all done did some things.
I know you ain't talking Miss Butt Eater, but we gonna
my God.
I mean,
my God today.
I'm crying. No,
my God today.
You put it out there like 3 weeks ago.
My God today.
Crying. Why would she say that? This is a PG rated show.
Actually it's not. Just because you're confusing it with being Saturday morning. This is not a cartoon. This is adult speaking.
PG-13.
You brought it up, so I thought we was open because you brought it up like 2 weeks ago, like 3 weeks ago. Nate, did she not bring it up like 3 or 4 weeks ago?
She did.
Thank you.
Said, I told you
selective memory. Gemini team form. Y'all done put y'all Power Ranger suit on and then formed into some fucking Power Rangers and shit.
Hater.
Y'all and all 15 people living in your head. So that's 30 people right there.
Hater.
Y'all formed a whole community just that fucking fast.
Remember, every show is recorded. Please
y'all done formed the fucking show just that fast.
So would somebody put on your face and say, oh, I do like to give? It was you.
They put it on the face.
Somebody put on her face and said it out their mouth. It was you.
Ain't nobody ever did that.
If you in the comment section, let us know. What them? What that booty eating skill look like?
Never have I ever. Never have I ever.
That was
Eating a
in the
booty?
same.
Never have I
Hold
ever.
on. In
Eating a
the
booty?
same conversation, you said you had just went to one of those. Did she say a key party or did she say?
Oh,
I ain't never said I've been to no damn key party.
Man,
you
let
been
me
to a
find
key
that clip.
party?
Let me find that clip.
I ain't never been to no key party.
So
What
you
did
ain't
say
never
you
been
went
to Taboo
You
before?
went to
Who?
yeah.
You ain't never
It was
been to
some
Taboo?
party you said you
No,
had
I ain't
went
never been to
to.
Taboo. However, I did say I went to a club in Hyattsville.
Oh,
What
well, I
kind of
already
club?
know. I already know
What
what
kind of club?
that Maryland area hitting on.
What kind of
I'll
I've
tell
club?
y'all
never
that
been to
after the
Taboo.
show.
I've never been to Taboo, but I
What kind
have.
of club?
It was a club,
What's
It was a
a
sex club.
nightclub that stayed
it
open at
was?
night.
She did.
No,
She
it
said
was
some
a
type.
social club.
She
It was
said.
the art social.
I think you was drinking that day because you told a lot of stuff on
She
the show,
did.
and I was like,
Not she was drinking that day. I'm crying.
I'm
you
gonna find it. We gonna make some clips out of it.
you gave a lot on that show that day, and I was like, oh, we just gonna be
Y'all
open
lying.
like that.
It's giving lies.
We just
It's
gonna be
giving
open
lies.
like
It's
that
giving
today.
delusion. Y'all live in delusion.
You
We
know
already
this
know
stuff
it.
is on record, right?
Look at her
So
face.
Y'all give delusion.
okay, wait till I make the commercial clips.
It gives delusion.
Her new name will be not Black Roses, but the Booty Bandit. That's her new
Shit, I
name.
ain't eating no booty now. I ain't doing that.
The
I ain't
Booty
Kevin
Bandit.
Gates.
But
I ain't Kevin
yeah,
Gates.
so we went. So I went to the Hawaiian show. And
Good.
then before that, I went to. Of course, I had to go test out my baby. I had to go test out Aquafina. So we went to the gun range before that, and we had a lot of fun. I need a little bit more practice, but
I need you to get some lip gloss on that goddamn thing and put it on your lips if that's what you're doing.
Oh, you can see that? I had it all the way down here. I know you can see.
So KD, I went to the gun range for the first time, and I think I know that was part of my birthday gift. So I think I know what gun I'm getting. It has I forgot the name of it, but it's my friend's gun, and he was showing me how to like shoot it, and it had like the little safety on it and
All
the
guns have
holster.
safety, mate.
I'm just saying, but I've never, officially had one that was
Well,
like
how did it make you feel when you shot your
it was.
first
I
shot?
mean, well, he showed me how to use it while I was at the house, and then we went to the gun range. But the gun itself was sexy to me because it had the little viewfinder on the top of it.
Oh yeah.
And like it's they make the guns where you don't even need to know how to shoot because it lines it up, and
Yep,
once
that's what
the
mine's got. Yeah,
little
mine's
white
got
dot
that.
is in the middle of the
Yeah.
ring,
Yeah.
ow
But
pal, watch out.
it's funny because I shot my gun and I was sitting there shooting, and then I did not know that. I didn't realize that. So my husband, he was like, "Look at your 3 points. Where are you shooting?" And I'm like, I didn't
Yeah.
know that was on there.
Well, I learned that. So I've shot guns before, but I learned why it hurt, like why my wrist was in pain
That shit, that
afterwards.
kickback be everything.
Yeah, but you gotta, if you hold it in a certain way, like whatever your dominant hand is, I believe that's the hand that you pull back on, and then your other hand you pushing forward. See, I learned some stuff.
Okay.
It's a little one, and it's not
And
about
Black
right.
Roses,
I'm
don't
about
act
to
like
get
you
it.
didn't go. Because I remember a time where you called me when I was still living in Middle River and you asked me if I wanted to go with you and Jalen and them. So don't sit there and act like
I have only been to the gun range one time, and that was for my birthday.
And you liked it.
That was for my birthday years ago.
And you liked it.
It was all right. It wasn't
don't act like
something I would want to do all the time. It
So
was like
the
a
next
one
time,
hit a quitter.
so the next time KD comes to Baltimore, we go to Gumtree.
Is that you went to the one out
Owens Mills?
That's the one everybody goes to.
Yeah.
I
went
like the
to
one out.
a party
I like the
there.
one out by where you used to live at, KD. Right there
I
where
never,
Royal
I
Farms
never
at.
had the chance to go to that one.
Free range. It's called free range or free state.
Mm-hmm.
I never had a chance to go to that. Well, the one that we went to, we down in Florida, so it's country. The one that we went to actually has a bar grill on the other side.
Of course it
Okay.
does. Of course it does.
Yeah.
Of course it does. Because all you need is a redneck to get drunk and shoot somebody.
Well,
That's
that's
all
how
you need.
Gumtree is like that. Gumtree is like more of a social club, and then like you can go there and you can eat. You can spend a day. They have like the simulated shooting range.
Right. Yep.
They have the real shooting range, and it's like a cigar. They have a cigar bar. Like it's
Yep.
just that's the one. It was nice. So
I
that's
like
I
what
just
we
that.
can't
how.
help but to think of the liabilities of the people that may get drunk and want to shoot somebody.
Well,
I
I
don't think
mean,
I don't
you sign shit, so you're not just
well the one here, I don't think they let you go back in there if you've been drinking. Because
yeah.
because before we went to the restaurant, David had asked the lady, was like, do we take our gun? Do we take our
Hmm.
cases in the
So you
restaurant,
bought a
or we
gun?
have to put them in the car?
You bought a gun.
I told you I got one last week. I got Aquafina last week.
Let me see your gun.
That ain't my first one.
Let me see your gun.
We cannot
That's like
do that.
that's
We
like
can't show
exactly.
it.
That's like my third.
Why
That is
not?
my
It's a
third.
gun.
That's a
You
good trip too. I'm gonna look into that.
Yeah. So my first. This is my second one. My second one is actually a 9 millimeter, but it's not, because David has a 40, and I can shoot that. I can shoot a 40 round. That's what I was practicing with before I got mine. Mine's is a 9 because it's a little bit smaller and compact, so I can keep it on me. Because his 40, trying to keep that in like a bag or something, or trying to keep it, it's just really heavy. But I can shoot it. My very first gun that I practiced with, where I went to Gumtree, was my AR 22. That was the first gun I went
Mm.
with. I love that gun. Now that one is my baby. I love my AR 22.
So I ordered the pouch that you put inside of your pants,
Oh, y'all doing too
Yeah.
much.
and it has the it has a blocker for so the even the safety. It blocks the safety so it won't just go off. Like if you
Ooh,
pull, I'm
where'd
telling
you get
you,
that from?
I'll send you the link.
I need that one because I just have a regular like sideways one, but I
Hmm.
got the wrong side. David realized when he put it on me, I got the wrong side. My dominant hand, I think it's for a right-handed person, so I
Yeah,
have to order
yeah.
the other one. But I'm actually going next week to take my concealed carry class. It's $75. So I'm going next week to take that, because I still,
Hmm.
even though Florida is passing a law to that you can walk around, I just still want that experience. And a good thing about the concealed carry is that it gives you a lot of information. You're not just walking around all guns blazing and out. It gives you, like,
Hmm.
according to my mother, when she took the class, it tells you like the laws. It teaches you, especially here. She said it's really good, especially here with the stand your ground, so you can really get into the laws and specific stand your ground, because you can't just be going shooting people all willy nilly
Right.
because they put their pinky toe on your grass. You can't just go
Well, you
shoot.
know they changed the laws here in Baltimore, well, Maryland. Governor Hogan changed it like a couple years ago. So now it used to be to have a concealed weapon, you had to like handle money or be like a registered armed security officer or own like a store where you're handling money, a certain amount of money.
Right,
But now anybody can get it.
right. But I
Well,
think
not it's still limitations, but yeah, it's now I can get one. You know, I would have had to show that I vend my jewelry and I handle cash and stuff like that.
right. Well, I think it's a really good class. Like I said, it teaches you about your state laws, about your different state laws. They give you
Hmm.
scenarios, and they just really make sure it's detailed and you know exactly what you're doing. Like I said, you're not just walking around like, oh, I got a gun, I can just shoot. No, you can't just shoot. You're going down. You can't
I
just
just
shoot.
want to hug somebody and they say, "Is that a gun in your pocket?" That's all I
Oh
Oh
want
my
to.
God.
God,
Oh my
damn!
God. I
You are the
can't.
people that need to go to that class. Because why you?
No, I mean, so that's a part of my birthday present because
Oh,
I've been saying I've had issues in the past. Like I've been I've been robbed by gunpoint twice
Oh
in
my
my
God.
Garrison Boulevard days, and I've always said I've had a gun for years, but I had to get rid of it um, because there was a little incident. But I didn't. I want one officially now. Like I want to get one officially. I mean, I'm a law-abiding citizen.
Right, but you still have to be protected the way the people
Hmm.
just coming up in your house and
Right.
running up on you in the middle of the street and you ain't even did nothing. All you doing is minding your little business, skipping down the street and
Right.
then little and behold, somebody come behind you.
Well,
So you
it's more trigger happy people now. People don't
right.
fight anymore.
They
People
don't.
go right to a weapon,
They
and
don't.
you want to be. My little mace ain't no competition for a gun.
It's crazy, and I know we need to get on subject, but it's crazy because speaking of that, the other day I was going across it was old, but somebody brought it back. The little boy, the little fat boy in the red shirt that got into a fight on Instagram, and he said, and he was breathing real hard, and he said something. So I'm gonna just say his brother name was Joe. He was like, Joe,
Wasn't it over food or
Joe,
something?
yeah, he was like, Joe, do me a favor, go to the house and get the gun. Get the gun. And I was like, oh my God, this is a
Yeah.
little baby.
But
This
he
is
heard
last
somebody
month.
say that though. He's heard one of his parents say that, or a family member say that before. For
But
him to be that comfortable saying it.
and another thing is that people, the biggest thing that I realized when people go out, and that's the second thing that I did when I purchased my gun. I got a safety. I did not walk out of that gun store without a safety, a gun safe. I did not walk out of that store without a gun safe.
Hmm. Well,
That's
because
the
you have
biggest
children.
thing. Because all these kids, because, that's what made me think about it. I was like, oh my God. I remember the video a long time ago, but when they kind of brought it back, it was like, wait, what? Kids actually doing that? Because, the little boy in Baltimore that went and got his grandmother gun and went back and shot went to shoot the boy, but ended up shooting and killing the sister. Y'all remember that?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. But see, Katie, is a balance to it because I think a lot of situations, like say somebody comes in and invades your house and they're attacking you, you would want at least your older son to know
Right,
where to go get it,
right,
and how to get it and how to use it.
right,
But again, you don't want him to feel like if he's in any type of situation, he can go do that.
right. So
So
yeah,
I think there's, like you said, the educational aspect of it needs to be presented when you're
absolutely.
dealing with children because that's a lot
And
of
then
these white people. They've given their children X. Their guns are in the china cabinet
they
on
sure
display.
are
They're not
as
hidden.
trophies, as
Right.
trophies. They sure are. And then the second biggest thing that you are that we had to explain to our kids. We also had, that conversation. You don't just this is not for play. Da 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 da. Everything that you said is stuff that we practice with them. At least like you said, we have the same mentality. Like at least the oldest child need to be able. If they attack me, he know where to go. But
Hmm.
the third conversation that you need to have with your kids when you have kids and you bring things like that into the home is that you don't go outside telling all your friends that, hey, guess what? My mother and father
Yeah.
got it. You don't tell them because you teach your kids not to tell stuff or speak on stuff like that because that puts
But then
us
people know you
in
got
a
one.
vulnerable situation. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's. I remember stumbling upon my mother's gun, and me and my cousin, we were so curious. And I picked that gun up and it has power in it. Especially
Right.
if you playing the Mario Brothers Duck Hunt and stuff. Like now this is a real gun. And I was like, it in my mind, I can still remember how heavy it felt.
But do
And
you
it's
think did she have that conversation with you that hey, I
nope,
have a gun and it's not to be played with? That's what I was getting ready to say.
nope,
If you think she would have just had that conversation and let you know, hey, I have hey, listen, this is what I
mm-mm,
have for protection. You don't touch it. Do you think it would have changed your mind? Because I feel like when they don't tell you that, I actually went into the same situation when I was younger. I came across my stepfather's gun. And
mm-hmm,
that's the same thing. I just looked in the thing. I looked in the case. I was curious because nobody told me that it was in there. I never seen one before. So I'm
yeah.
like you. So do you feel like if they had that conversation with you, that would have changed? Like, oh no, we're not going in here.
So with my mother, I think it would have made a difference because it wasn't until I was almost a teenager and my mother had gotten remarried and I came across my stepfather had a shotgun and I was in my mother's closet for some reason. She had sent me to get something and I saw that shot. Now, this was different than a little handgun, a little pistol my mother had. This was a shotgun. And I was reaching for something else, and he came in the room thinking I was reaching for that. But what
Mm,
he did was he pulled it out, he showed it to me, and he explained to me what it was. He said, "I don't want you to feel like this is something like candy.
right,
Don't play with it.
right,
This can kill you." And
right,
that from that point on, my relationship with guns, I was no longer curious about them.
right. Because
I
somebody
didn't want
told
one
you that.
around me because I think the way he explained it, put fear in me. Whereas though my mother,
Right.
she just never explained anything. But I think if she would have said something then, I would have had a different relationship with. I would have saw the purpose of it and not just a toy.
Absolutely. That's what a lot of people don't realize. They just take them, they hide them up in the closet. They don't
Hmm.
tell kids about it. Kids is curious. Kids is curious about every day going thing. That's why they go in your underwear drawer and find your dildos. They're curious about every day.
First of all, stop telling my business.
That's that's why they curious about everything. If you think
Hmm.
they going up in your underwear drawer when you not home or going in their father's drawer and finding the old porno
Do
magazine
all
as a
children
tape.
do that though? I mean,
Yeah,
I know I used to go through my mother's room. That's why my mother put a lock on her door because I used to go, and it was just I wanted to see what was in there, and I
right.
found
Yeah,
everything.
you want to see what's in there. Like my daughter mostly looks for my jewelry and my makeup. Likes to play in makeup. She likes playing jewelry, so she usually goes in those little drawers, and that's what she looks for. So it's certain things I know not to keep around her. My sons, the older sons, well, the younger kids, even down to Gemma, she does know, hey, this is not to play with, but you still have to continue. You still have to put it up, but continue to keep telling her, don't touch this, don't touch this, don't. But you still have to secure it too because of the age she is. She don't know the difference. She only 6.
See,
You
she
got to
got a
teach
man over there now. Look at her. She got a man over there. Look at her.
What is she doing?
She got a
This is
man
a
over there.
show, miss. What you doing? This is a show.
This is not OnlyFans, miss.
Oh, she cut the camera off. What is going?
No,
Um.
my phone dropped. Oh my god, did I crack my phone?
Oh,
Your
your
phone ain't
phone
dropped.
dropped.
Yeah, my
Somebody
phone
do
dropped.
something wet on you. I don't know what kinky stuff you into. I see some wet drops come from over something.
No, I was trying to move the cat and the water fell. I
So
dropped
Nate,
my
that was
book.
a so that
Nate,
was a cat. You was
Nate,
fighting your cat.
Nate. She got that morning Aquafina.
I
Oh,
was fighting the cat and the water fell. I'm
you
sorry.
was fighting a cat. How big
Yeah.
is this cat?
Huh?
Right, because I seen the whole thing of water come over that.
You do know it's a shadow behind you, right?
Candy. It's a wall. It's a wall right there.
But it's a shadow.
It's no shadow. It's a wall.
But no, Nate, the way she had to look back.
Wait, like who shadow? I'm thinking you talking. It's like a ghost or something. I was scared. Oh my god, did I crack my phone?
Uh-huh.
The way
Yeah.
you shouldn't, how you crack your phone, you shouldn't have to do all that for no cat. I didn't
Cause
have
it's
cat
sitting
doing
on
that.
her thing.
Your phone to
No,
crack, you
my
got wet.
phone, my
You over
flip
there fighting like
phone,
you fighting the whole man. I don't know.
So how why
my
was the
phone is
check
sitting
this
on
out?
her
Check this
little
out,
window
KD.
ledge, and
So
it
why was the so you predicted that there was gonna be a fight between you and the cat? That's why you muted yourself
No, it's always a fight between me and the cat.
and you had to mute yourself.
I can't tell you why I muted
She
myself, but
disappeared.
dang, can I tell you in the
I
chat?
well
She
I already know
disappeared
why
off
you
the.
be. We already know why you muted yourself, baby. You ain't gotta hide
She
from
done
us.
she done disappeared off the camera 3 times. I don't know where she went at. I
I
just
did not
kept
disappear off
talking
no
because
camera. I've
that
been
ain't
sitting
none of
right here
my
listening
business.
to y'all talk about
You
Black
notice how far the camera got back from her? Like
I
okay,
just I just kept talking to
If
mind
Mister
my
Charlie
business.
over there, you ain't gotta hide, Craig.
I said I'm gonna mind my business. That ain't got
You
nothing.
ain't gotta lie, Craig.
Ain't no fucking Charlie at my house ever.
Charlie, Bruce, Tony, Mike, whatever their name is, just you know. Tell them you working right now.
Bella, let me get Bella so y'all can see who I'm talking about.
No,
Listen.
you ain't got it. You ain't gotta paint that facade that vivid. We good.
So before
We
we get
good.
into the topic, I just wanted to bring up something that bothered me since I've been here last
Mm-hmm.
night. So
It
they
should be them
have
rednecks.
it is. That's why I gotta say that's something. Not I'm not gonna say rednecks because I don't have that same thought process as you. It bothered me like so they have like a little truck show, like they put the trucks up on the high, whatever it's called, and they take them and lift them up in the front, lift kits, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So they have some type of truck show, and it's like all the different like monster looking trucks, and they have them lifted, and they have the little lights inside of the wheels, and they just riding up and down the boardwalk, just driving up all night long. They was just driving a whole
Where
bunch of
y'all
them.
at right now?
But it was mostly,
Where y'all at right now in Daytona?
Jamaica. It ain't none of your business. So the whole no,
You
we
in
in Daytona.
Jamaica?
No,
You know
we in,
damn well she ain't going no damn Jamaica.
we in
Well,
Daytona.
no, she
She's
grown.
special.
We
Grown
in
people do
Daytona.
grown things. You don't know where she at.
But
She already said she was in Daytona.
Oh, okay, I didn't know.
so we so
That's
they
the land of the rednecks. You know, I'm saying that because Daytona is the land of the rednecks, and they got the Daytona 500 there.
It's not Daytona. Where I went to go get my hair done yesterday, it looked like Baltimore. I felt like I was in Baltimore. I didn't feel like I was in Daytona. I felt like I was in
Yeah, it's
Baltimore.
definitely parts of Miami look like Baltimore.
Okay,
Exactly. It's not.
the pork and beans, the pork and beans.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the people that's down here seem like they're not from Florida. They just down here on vacation. Because when we went to the show,
That's
the
90%
couple
of the white people that live down there now.
the couple
Mm-hmm.
that was sitting next to us, they was from like Illinois somewhere. They was on vacation. But what I did not appreciate is the majority of those people, those people that were riding in those big trucks going up and down the boardwalk were
They
young
was
little
being
white boys
racist.
with the no, listen. They was like the surfer looking white boys, where they have their little hat turned and they have their little curl flipped up underneath that. Y'all know what I'm talking about, those type of little
Mm-hmm.
They was acting black.
all you heard up and down the border, Lil
Was
Boosie,
nigga.
Lil Baby, Lil Wet. Like that's all you heard out of their cars. Even to the point where me and David walking down the boardwalk, and one of the daggone white boys did like this to David. It was like a Boosie song, and he looked out the window, was like, I'm like, sir, do you know if you get out this
All
car,
black people don't listen to that kind of music.
this big no, but my issue is that my issue with that, and it never used to bother me when I was young, but now it's really a big issue because my issue is that you're riding up and down here, and I'm pretty sure you are in your teens, probably 18, 19, 20. So your parents gave you the money or bought that truck for you and gave you the money to suit it up. And I'm pretty sure they know, because when I looked at where they was parking, a lot of them parked on the next hotel behind us, which means y'all probably on a family vacation. Y'all probably drove y'all own little cars down here. Y'all parents probably up in there. The fact that y'all riding around listening to our music, but your parents don't like us. Your parents can't stand us, but y'all riding around listening to our music like everything is cool. Like all you hear is nigga this. Y'all know Boosie music. Boosie music always nigga, 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 nigga. You listening to, like I said, you listen to Lil Baby. Y'all out there listening to Tupac. Y'all out there listening to stuff, and y'all really sitting on y'all trucks, and y'all like you dancing, and like you really like y'all just want our culture so bad, but hate us so much. But my issue is if it was bike week, and we was playing that same music on bikes and in our cars, riding up and down the boardwalk, you know how many complaints we would get?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It would be so many complaints about the loud music. And the bad part about it is that I was seeing these trucks getting stopped up and down along the boardwalk. I was seeing the police stopping these trucks, but they weren't stopping them for the music. They were stopping them because they had too many people on the back of their truck. They was picking up girls and stuff and putting them on the back of their truck and riding up and down the boardwalk. They weren't stopping them because they pulled out the parking lot with the same loud music with the police behind them. You could feel the daggone ground vibrating. And they wasn't pulling them over for their loud music. But I guarantee you, I'm going to actually do a study. Next year when Bike Week come, I'm going to actually do a study. I'm going to walk up and down the boardwalk, and I'm going to just approach people and ask them, how many times have you gotten pulled over for your loud music?
That just shows that racism is very
During
prevalent.
bike week.
Still.
During bike week, I'm gonna do that. I am going to do that. I'm gonna come down here, and I think I'm gonna write it down. I'm gonna put it somewhere where I can remember. So next year for bike week, because I want to see exactly if y'all stopping these people for the same thing because it's too many people riding on a bike or
Of
whatever.
course not. Of course
Or
not.
have you been stopped since you've been down here? What were you stopped for? Were you stopped for loud music? What were you stopped for? What were you pulled over for? Were you pulled over because they smell weed outside your car? Or were you pulled over because they trying to
But
say
isn't weed legal in Florida?
not in
No.
Florida. I don't think so. Not in Florida yet.
Y'all want to make everything else legal, but not weed. That's crazy.
So tonight, that's what I'm gonna do. Tonight, I'm going to record. I'm going to record all the trucks that I see ride up and down with these little white boys hanging out listening to all our music. And every time I see a police stop them, I'm going to try to record it. And then I'm going to come back next year for bike week. And I'm going to see if I can just approach, people. If I see people in these cars, they like to pull their nice cars out with the loud music, the same type of music. And I'm going to do a survey and see how many people got pulled over just for their music alone.
Well, see, in areas like that, especially for the white boys, the perception is this is some little rich white boy, maybe driving one of his souped up cars. He lives around here. We
No, they
just
don't.
can't have it. Well, I'm just saying the perception is that's what it
Right.
is.
Right.
But for a black person, we know a lot of black people don't live in Daytona. So it's already, they don't belong here. So that's automatically the assumption. And in the times that I traveled, that's always been the underlining fact. If I'm somewhere where I know it's not a lot of black people, I was in Brooklyn, New Jersey, and the first thing the man said is, "You don't look like you from around here." Now
And I think
I watched him pull over many other people. I did not hear him say that. I didn't hear him say it. And it's just the perception that they belong here. They're just breaking some rules right now. You don't belong here. Get out of here. I think that's the perception. Not to say it's right, but
No, it's not. But it's
mm-hmm,
like, I really just want to do a panel. I feel like I just want to do a panel. Like y'all, okay, so you hate the fact you would call the police on us in a heartbeat if we was driving playing this loud music. Meanwhile, your kids is riding up and down here now doing the same thing that
mm-hmm.
y'all call the police on us in a heartbeat for. They riding down up and down here playing the same music that if you see me pull up in the parking lot with that same song playing, it's a disturbance. They was
Yeah.
disturbing me last night to the point where David tried to be petty though. David was like, I should call the police. I said, David, don't call the people.
you should have. You should
But
have.
you're not in those areas, and I've been down there before. In those areas, you're gonna get more of that. First of all, those types of people are the reason those types of artists are even popular, because
You
the
right.
people who they think they playing the music for is not buying it, and they're not really listening to it like they listen to it.
You right.
But on the other side, like it is very, as far as we've gotten with technology and just where we are, things are they're still the same. You don't belong here. And they're gonna treat them differently because they're some little rich. It was a lot of rich people that live on the outskirts of that area where you at, and that's the
Right.
perception. Like there's some little rich kid flossing in, his little toy, and we just got to get him, to stop making so much noise. Automatically, if it's a black or brown face, you don't belong here.
You don't belong here.
Why are you here? So they don't even get to why they stopped them. But
Right.
now we have a new reason for why we stopped you, and it's you don't belong here.
Right.
Right.
And it feels like that's the orders that officers get in certain areas. Like if they don't look like they belong there, get them out.
Right. And one good thing that I like about my father growing up, my stepfather growing up, was that, and you almost never hear this, when it comes to African, when it comes to us, our people, African Americans. But one of the good things that I like, and I don't know if my father did it for this reason, for the reason of us being young African Americans driving around, when we got to a point of driving, me and my brother, when we got to a point of driving, I don't know if that's the reason he did it or if he always just had it. But I remember we got pulled over and it was some Baltimore police. They were black, but my brother just had that stereotypical car. He had a Crown Vic. So he
Them
had that
Crown
stereotypical
Vics. I was
car.
about to say.
So they pulled us over right there on Moravia.
Mm.
And, I'm already a little bit, I'm smart. I'm street smart. I'm book smart. So I'm like, well, you ain't told me what you pulled me over for. We ain't make no turn. We've been driving straight. Like, we was literally getting ready to get on the exit to get on 695. And they just was like, you got some ID. And I'm like, okay, that's the normal thing. But then they walked. What was weird was that they walked on my brother's side. My brother was in the passenger seat. I was driving for him because he had caught a flat. No, something, I forgot what happened anyway, but yeah, he was on the passenger side for some reason. I was driving for him, but they walked on his side and they was like, you got some ID? And I'm like, wait, why are you asking for ID? I'm the one that's driving. Right. What are you asking for ID for him for? So the man kept talking to him like, you want to get out, I'll pull you out. He second question he asked him, have you been drinking? That was a second cue for me. Why again are you asking him, has he been drinking when I'm driving? Why are you even on that side? So I said, give me 1 second. So when the guy took my driver's license, I said, Randy, call daddy and tell him to call our lawyer. They heard that, they ain't know what to do. They said, oh, we thought you was somebody else. We had them call the call. Y'all had to call
a dumb nigga. You thought I was a dumb nigga.
And that's one thing that I can say my father did. For some reason, I don't know the reason why, but something we got stopped. Call daddy and have him call the lawyer. And
is that what he told you all to say, or that's just that was actually what he wanted you to do?
My father he had a lawyer on standby. My father always actually on standby, but. That's
Greenberg and Betterman.
Once I said that,
I hate you.
That's my mother's story. That's whenever something go wrong.
And that's what you see with these Caucasians. As soon as they holler, I'm gonna call my lawyer. These policemen back off, and that's what for me. I felt like that was a very good idea. Like I said, I don't know what the reason behind why my father always had a lawyer on standby. I don't know if it's because he had boys or whatever have you, but that's.
He's a black man. He was a black man too.
I think having black kids, having African American kids, and especially 3 boys, I think that's a very good idea and something that I have decided to take underneath, to take into consideration myself. Because
now is whatever black face, but at that time, this is I think what black men try to say to black women. You all have been safe from this for years, and now I think black women are starting to understand now. Okay, this is what they've been talking about. Because I had an age majority card at 10 because I would get stopped because I went to school and lived in the Mount Vernon area. So this is something that has always been a problem. It just we didn't have video cameras to be able to prove it.
Right. All right, y'all, let's get into these topics because we done went all the way off. We done went from talking about BlackRoses and the red door, parties.
Actually,
and who's in the background of both of their screens?
Actually, we are over our time.
We are. We didn't get to none of
these
these
been
topics.
An hour.
It's all BlackRoses.
I got plans with my mama at 12:30.
It's all BlackRoses' fault. She kept throwing us off with whoever.
It's y'all talking about. Y'all spent 40 minutes talking about guns. I was uninterested.
Well, you live downtown now, so you may need one. There's some crazies down there. I know it's some crazies.
Yeah, it is.
What you gonna use? Pepper spray?
No, she gonna yell.
You got
spray. Bear, like they said, I'm bear spray.
Yeah.
Yelling ain't gonna help. Yelling, they gonna think you
Bear
damn
spray gonna help because
yelling.
I'm gonna spray the shit out of him and he gonna be blind. Bear spray.
Yelling downtown ain't gonna do nothing.
Mace him.
I mean, downtown isn't as dangerous. It's just the types of individuals. There's a lot of mental health disturbed people in
Yes,
that
it
part of
is.
town
Yes,
Coming
where
it
out
she
is.
of
is.
what's that
A
VA?
lot
That
of drunk
VA,
people.
that VA hospital, particular VA and the University of Maryland. Them two hospitals right there together should have never
Hmm.
existed because they got crazies coming from both sides.
Yeah,
University and
yeah.
VA.
But there's a lot of alcoholics that'll be down and that'll,
He
be
he ain't lying.
combative.
He heavy on the mental health patients. Heavy on
Yeah.
the mental health people just roaming around
Because there a lot
downtown,
of them are homeless. That's
and
where
a
a
lot
lot
of
of
them are
homeless
homeless.
people
Yep.
wander around. You are down the straight down the street from, I'm not gonna say where everything is, but the little Meals on Wheels place, a little
Oh, I
homeless.
already know what. I'm in between
Hmm.
Mercy and University, the two main crazy hospitals down here. So yeah, the two main hospitals downtown. I'm in between both of them, so it's coming
Yeah.
from both ends.
And
Yep.
downtown is just a hub for where a lot of homeless people congregate and where they sleep at. And so
Yep.
you have to be careful because a lot of them aren't necessarily dangerous. They just off.
They just
And you
off.
gotta be alert at times because someone will just walk up on you and then throw you off. And you angry, and then that anger from you sets them off, and now you to punch the homeless man in his face.
Right.
So I've been there.
Mm-hmm.
You
Me
go,
too.
you go. I mean, you've worked downtown before, but you have to
Just
get used
yesterday walking
to.
into work. Just yesterday, I
Mhm.
was walking to work. I was a little late, and when I'm walking
You
into my
late?
job,
Never.
I can see you.
And do you know how close she lives to her job for her to say she late? It's disrespectful. They should dock you a pay every time you late because of how close you are. That's
Ew.
ridiculous.
the man said, "I'm walking down the street. I'm
Ridiculous.
walking into the job. I get to the door. The man said, 'What you looking at, you black bitch?' I said, 'Oh.'"
But you sometimes when I'm saying to you, Black Roses, you have to give it back to them
He was
because
already
then they'll
cussing
try
himself
you
out.
every time he
He was
sees
he
you.
was already crazy and cussing himself out. I said, "You know
Hmm.
what? On any other given day, I would give it back. But I'm going into this job. I'm having a good Friday. I'm going into work. I'll be a black bitch this morning, but catch me on Monday, and I'm gonna wear your ass out
Well, no, don't
with
stop.
your too
Keep,
big a
keep
different
it
color shoes."
moving while you're doing it. Because if you stop, they gonna get into a stance. That's just
Yep.
my. But sometimes you have to give it to them. But sometimes you have to be real direct with them because they're
Mm-hmm.
crazy, but they not that damn
They
crazy.
ain't that damn crazy. Yeah, they ain't that damn crazy.
So you got to be able to give it back to them because sometimes they'll play with you, and every time he
Mm-hmm.
sees you, he'll like they'll downtown.
They'll try
The
it. Yeah,
homeless
they be
the
trying it
homeless people
sometimes.
downtown are like the Israelites. You know the new Israelites that be
Oh, I'm
around.
scared of them people.
So
I'm
you know how
scared of them.
they'll say
I'm
something
scared
about
of them.
you. They'll say something about you out loud, but they'll never directly say it to you.
I'm
That's how
scared
the
of
homeless
them.
people are, and they'll
I'm
try to play with
scared.
you.
Them Hebrew Israelites out
Why are
that
you scared
yelling
of
and
them?
doing. I don't know. They just scare me. I just don't. I've always, ever since I moved here and I seen them, and
Mm-hmm.
I think I had
They
maybe
ain't scary.
I wouldn't say I had a bad experience, but it's just when I moved here and I seen them yelling in front of Lexington Market, I've always been scared of them.
Let me tell you a secret about some of these new, and I'm not saying all of them, but specifically the ones that do their duty, and that's the ones that go out and do the outreach. Most of them are fucking white women or men. Most of them have issues mentally and are dealing with
Mm-hmm.
some stuff. Because my old job I worked with, a lot of them would come in for services. A lot of them are fucking white women or men, and they're just dealing with their manhood. So if you give it back, that's one of give it back to them. Shut them up, and don't stop and argue with them because that's what they're looking for. Say
Mm.
what you guys say while you pumping, and just keep it moving.
I always be scared. I be
I ain't mean
seeing
to
them
put the I ain't mean to
congregate.
put them out there, especially
One
the ones
day,
that be in front of Lexington Market.
listen, one day they was outside my job. congregated like they was about to go on a walk. I said, oh my God, Lord, please don't let them niggas say nothing to
Well,
me.
they just do. They set up. They post up in certain places. Most times I see them there in front of Lexington Market. But since that
Mm-hmm.
market has closed, they don't have a soapbox anymore. So now they go where they see a lot of white people or a lot of others congregating, and that's a
Yep.
busy area. So they'll stand right there where that I've seen them stand right there where that pharmacy is on that corner from you,
Oh
like.
yeah.
They'll congregate right there, or they'll be across the street on where the arena is, and they'll just set up. And that's a whole nother show.
A
That's
whole
a whole
nother
nother
show.
show.
All right,
Mm-hmm.
y'all. Well, this is our show. Because
Yeah, I
Black
got to
Roses
go. I
says
got to
she
go.
got to go on a date. Did you say a date?
I said
Oh,
it's
hold
my
on. We got
mother's
one comment.
birthday. It's my mother's
Uh
birthday today, and she
Oh, you
wants to
said
go
tonight.
out and hang out.
Okay.
She turned
huh.
56 today. Tamika said mental health patients and crazies run a long way from 25th through Maryland Street Station North Mount Vernon to Canton. Woo, child, we out here. I mean, they out here. Listen, they are really out here. They are really out here. And it's not now that it's the summertime, they really finna be out here now. Now you're gonna see them
hmm
everywhere. They gonna be outside off their meds, talking to themselves, going off. Like you
Just be
said,
safe
all
in
it
that
takes is
area
for
because a
one
lot of them
person.
sleep in that area.
Oh, yeah. All it takes is for one person to say something to them or bump into them, and they going off on the whole city. Now they don't
Don't
walk from.
walk
Now they don't
that
walk
little
from
alleyway right
downtown.
there.
Now they
That
don't
little
walk from
alley
downtown
street.
to the
Don't
plaza
walk down
going
that
off.
street by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Take the big streets when you
Oh yeah, I don't take
downtown.
no side streets by myself. I always take the main streets.
hmm Yeah.
Yep.
I just realized, you know what? You're out of control. Because I just
Why?
picture where you are compared to where your job is. You're out of control.
Huh?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. What you say?
No, I just picture where you are compared to where your job is. And for you to be late, you're out of control. You're completely. And I'm thinking you got to go. It's a straight shot. You're out of control, man. You're completely. You're unprofessional.
So you a professional.
Technically, let me just clear this up. Technically, we
Hey.
don't have a set time to be at work. As long as we do 8 hours, we're fine. So anywhere between 6 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., I can show up to work as long as I do 8 hours. So
So
technically, I
showing up
don't
at 10
have,
o'clock is inappropriate.
huh?
So showing up at 10 o'clock is inappropriate.
Showing up at 10 o'clock for me is inappropriate. I try not to show up at 10. If I do show up at 10, I'll text my supervisor like, hey, I'll be there at 10. But normally I try to get to work anywhere between 8 and 8:30.
I'm teasing you because I'm always late and I catch a lift to work. So I have no excuse.
But if you would literally see my job, you could literally go
I just
this
pictured it in
door
my mind. I said, she
see
was
my
late.
house and see my house from my
Nate,
job
she was late
When
to the
I say
daggone.
3 nice size blocks,
too.
2.
But Nate, she late everywhere. She late to
But
any
it's
event
she
we
like
attend.
2. They're longer blocks, but it's really like 2 blocks. KD, like you're out of control. It just
Oh,
pictured in my mind. Yeah.
oh, I
Mm-mm.
know. All her life she been late. I've
All my
known. You
life.
just now catching it.
But
You
I
look.
like how she put a little rush into it when she get to you. Like she explained, like, oh, I gotta do my lashes. I gotta do my. Miss, where you coming from? Where there's none of that was done.
Half of the time I just be rolling over like, oh shit, it's 11 o'clock.
We've learned that by now. We've learned that. I've called you quite a few mornings and realized you were just waking up.
Listen, my mother called me at 8:30 this morning talking about, we going somewhere. I'm like, I have to do my show, but we only gonna be on for an hour. Okay, because I want to be. I'm like, it's 8 o'clock. I gotta go back to sleep.
Where is she? Where are you going?
She wants to go. We probably go down Fells Point. She loves Fells Point for some reason now. Like she a little young girl. And tonight we're going to Safari. I'm trying to get her to go to DDL. That's why I really want to go because that's where the party people gonna be. But we'll see.
And
We'll
they
see
done
what the night
fixed
brings.
that place up. I saw that
Yes, they
online.
did. They really fixed DDO
It's
up really.
covered up. It's most of it is covered now.
Yeah, but I don't know. It looks a little smaller now, though. But we'll see. We'll see what
It's
the
just
night
not that
brings.
big open space in the middle no more.
Yeah, not that big open space in the middle no more. They have since built the bar right there.
Mm.
They have since put like another bar or something in that part right there. So we'll
Well,
see. We'll see what the night brings.
she gonna be at DDO's. That's where she.
That's what I'm trying to convince her to go to DDO.
She might
But
end
we'll
up
see.
there. Start off at Safari, end up at DDO.
No, I'm not doing that now. I used to
Where's
back in my day,
Safari?
not no more. Safari is over there by O'Donnell Street. You know where the old Baltimore Travel Plaza used to be, the old Greyhound station?
Oh, okay.
That's what that is now.
Okay.
It's a club. It's a club now. Yep.
It's a space right there by where the Reginald F. Lewis Museum is, like a half a block up from them. That's a new hot spot now.
Oh, Club Bellissimo or something like that.
Yeah. See, you know where? That's an
I went
alcoholic
there
for you.
I went there right before the pandemic for a silent party.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right before the pandemic for a silent party. I went
It
there.
was all white at first, but now it has gotten very black in there.
Very, surprisingly, a lot of places in Little Italy are starting to become very black.
Because they used to be
And
the
they don't
sneaky
like
link
that
spot.
And they don't like that shit.
They used to be the sneaky link spot. Y'all know about them.
They don't like it. It's starting to get very black, and they are not feeling it. So
Well, KD's party is about to start, and it looked like your cat, quote unquote, is about to start fighting you again. So
I'm trying to let me find her, because she went hiding because I threw something at her ass.
So she was throwing water at you? Like, what's going on?
No, I had a cup of water in my hand and I was trying to sit down, but she does this thing where she will jump in my seat real quick. So when I jumped, I had slipped and the water just flew.
Likely story.
That's why they camera disappeared. She
You should have seen her yesterday. I had my head down. Not yesterday, day before yesterday. I had my head down and she was on the bed. She came out of nowhere and drugged me by my hair. She had me like this. I'm like, bitch. She crazy.
Time for a new animal. Because that one's different. Allegedly, the cat. Allegedly, the
on her
cat.
little perch. And she didn't like that. She don't like for people to touch her things.
She pay rent?
Right.
She act like she
Your
do.
cat is acting. Your cat got a little bit too much.
She got my sister last night. She was sitting in her little chair. This is my mother chair. My mother left over here. And she thinks this is her chair. So what she does is she lays in it. She rolls all around and she plays in the chair. And when my sister sat there last night, she looked at her, jumped on top of her head and scratched her face.
Oh, yeah, it's time to get rid of that.
She crazy. She's somewhere hiding now. She probably sleep under the bed or something.
Allegedly. He must be in the bathroom.
No, she created a hole in my box.
No, I was talking about him.
Ain't nobody in my bathroom. Listen, this is what she did. She created a hole in my box spring, and she climbs inside the hole and sleeps inside the box spring at night.
Oh, she got to go because she fucking up valuable furniture. She got to go.
You got to go. But yeah, I'm about to go out with my mom and hang out with her for the day and see what the night brings. Hopefully, I'll end up at DDL.
But do something with that head before you go bar hopping.
Ain't nothing wrong with my hair. Yes, it is. The edges could be laid a little bit more. Anyway, y'all have a great day. KD, enjoy the rest of your birthday weekend. I will see you guys.
It is, because I already saw
Saturday.
people start walking across. I said, the party about to get started.
Oh, that Polynesian man all up in that room.
That wasn't a Polynesian man. That was an African American right there.
That was a nigga Rican.
You saw David go out to the balcony.
Not you finna get bent over the balcony. Oh, okay.
No,
well, do your thing.
How about you too late? How about you late?
Go ahead, do your thing.
Thank
Enjoy
y'all
your
for
birthday.
tuning
Just
in
don't
to
come up
I
with
Am
a baby
She.
number
Make
5.
sure you like, subscribe, and share.
Just don't come up with baby number 5. We ain't throwing no more baby showers.
She got that plan B sitting right next to that computer. She good.
Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And if you want to become a sponsor, you can hit us up at PodcastIAmShe@gmail.com or Instagram or Facebook. We will be there. That's it.
Bye,
right.
y'all. Enjoy. Bye.